Welcome to the College Investor Audio Show, where we talk about the biggest issues impacting millennial money, from student loan debt to side hustles to building wealth. We will show you how to get out of debt so that you can build real wealth for the future.
This is the show for overachievers. Welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by today. Best tax software for early filers, 2023 edition. So if you're chomping at the bit to get all your tax refund, you might be on the hunt for the best tax software for early filers. With more than 75% of Americans qualifying for a tax refund and the average refund worth over $2,500, yeah, makes sense that many early filers want to get their taxes done, like now. However, there are benefits and drawbacks to starting and filing your taxes early. So here's a closer look at the pros and cons of filing taxes early and our picks for the best 5 tax software choices for early filers in 2023. So here's the short version. This year, our top choices for early tax filing are TurboTax, H&R Block, TaxHawk, TaxAct, and TaxSlayer. You can read our full list, though, of the best tax software for 2023 at thecollegeinvestor.com. Okay, now let's take a look at how early you can actually file your taxes this year. Americans can legally start mailing their tax returns on January 1st, 2023. How about that? Happy New Year. And e-filing officially opens later in January. For 2023, you could file as early as January 24th, 2023. Despite the delay in e-filing, people hoping to get a jump on filing can start preparing their returns by late December using their chosen tax software. However, most people shouldn't start working on their taxes in December or even January. Even if you really need that refund, here are reasons to hold off on doing your taxes until February or later. Tax form availability. Now, businesses typically send out W-2 forms to employees and 1099 NEC forms to contractors in mid to late January. They're legally due to you by January 31st at the latest. You can start your taxes and come back to fill in details as they show up in your mailbox or inbox. But it's more efficient to sit and enter everything at once, and it may also help you avoid errors. Tax-saving contribution deadlines. So most tax filers can make contributions for prior year retirement plans until the tax due date or when you file your tax return. If you hold off until April, you have a few more months to make tax-advantaged contributions to your IRA, Roth IRA, and HSA accounts and cut your tax bill. Amended returns. If you make a mistake or a tax form arrives late, you can always update your taxes with an amended return. However, this is time-consuming, and many tax applications charge extra for amended returns. If you wait, you're more likely to have everything you need to avoid mistakes. In most situations, we suggest holding off until February to do your taxes, but you can sign up and enter your personal information today. If you get a jump on choosing your software, you may be able to lock in a deal with a lower price before they increase closer to tax day. And just another quick note, another option for early filing is a tax refund anticipation loan or tax advance loan. You can see our full guide to these at thecollegeinvestor.com. Please read it before you jump into those, by the way. All right, so here are some smart reasons to file as early as possible. Yeah, so we talked about filing too early as being a little bit problematic. Filing as early as reasonably possible does make sense in most situations. That means you'll need to determine when your tax information will arrive to make the best decision. Get your refund faster, of course, is the main reason. A lot of people will receive windfall amounts this year, so this refund can be especially welcome after a year of underemployment or even limited income. You can identify expected tax forms. So when you start early, you can figure out whether you're missing some stuff. Tracking these down is a whole lot easier when you have plenty of time and a good list of what you need. Reduce identity theft risk, too. So someone else may file a fake tax return to claim a fraudulent refund using your Social Security number. But the cool thing is they can't do it if you've already filed your return. So early filing is a small added protection against identity theft. Estimate what you owe. So if you're self-employed like me, or you're on a side hustle, or bring in any other income outside of work, you may be in for an unpleasant surprise when you find you owe money this year. A few years ago, I had this happen. It was not fun. I owed right around $4,000. Don't make that mistake. So filing earlier gives you more time to put the money together to make a payment. Avoid the stress of last-minute filing. Yeah, it's stressful to line up at the post office or struggle against the deadline on your computer on the tax due date. When you do your taxes early, you'll have plenty of time to finish them and even take a second review to ensure they're error-free. Getting a jump on collecting and entering that information can help you file as early as possible. Savvy tax filers keep a paper folder at home and a digital folder on their computer or cloud drive to gather their information all in one place, so it's all readily available when they want to file. Here's what you can expect if you file early. A lot of taxpayers find they have all the information they need to file their taxes by mid-January. Great! If you're an early filer, you can expect importing functions and other bells and whistles to be available when you have your forms in hand. Early filers can typically e-file their federal returns a few weeks after the start of the new year. If you file in early January with tax software, your tax return will be among the first sent to the IRS for processing. Putting your refund at the front of the line, you can watch our tax refund calendar too to see when you can expect your refund to arrive. Now, state filing, unfortunately, isn't always as quick and easy. Each tax software company opens state filing on different dates as they're ready to process those states' returns. The companies must update all 50 states, which can take some time. If you live in a state with big tax law changes this year, you can expect long delays in state filing. Hopefully not too long, though. In some cases, state filing options may open as early as mid-January, while others could be delayed until early March. Remember that users can e-file their federal returns before filing their state returns. So, let's compare some tax software for early filers. For early filing, all of the major tax software providers do have options. We narrowed down these 5 competitors as top options for early filers in 2023. To compare the top tax software for early filers, we judged the following criteria: ease of use, how much of the software is available in mid-December, pricing, and technical issues. Note that all tax software undergoes frequent updates. Many missing pieces are expected to be released before Christmas, but some may not be ready until mid-January, so keep that in mind. You can read our full list of the best tax software at thecollegeinvestor.com, and we have very detailed reviews of each of these at the links at thecollegeinvestor.com right inside this article. Just copy and paste the title of the podcast right into the search bar, and you'll find it. So we have a TurboTax review, H&R Block review, Tax Act review, Tax Hawk review, and Tax Slayer review all there for you. And our top choices, best for fast refunds, TurboTax and Tax Slayer both offer early refund options for e-filers using their software. Users who choose either product can have a percentage of their refund advanced to a prepaid debit card, which is pretty cool. In both cases, the loans charge no interest. Also cool. The easiest to use? This year we went with TurboTax. Retains its title as the easiest software overall and the easiest for early filers. The interface just helps users easily navigate between various forms and requirements, and users can switch sections in just a couple of clicks. TurboTax offers the most robust integration and form upload features to avoid manual data entry. The best low-cost option? TaxHawk offers excellent functionality at a very low price. Early filers, even those with complex filing situations, can complete their federal filing for free. State filing costs $14.99 per state. TaxHawk is an excellent option for experienced filers who don't want to upgrade just because they have daycare expenses or an HSA. The best value? H&R Block Premium and Tax Slayer Classic are both high-value picks. H&R Block Premium is an ideal for side hustlers, landlords, and anyone with an active stock trading account. The software is incredibly easy to use, especially given the competitive pricing. Tax Slayer Classic gives users access to every major tax form, so even complex filers can use it. The software is also easy to use and full of great knowledge articles. Tax Slayer's biggest drawback is a lack of support for W-2 or 1099 imports. Maybe they'll fix that this year. And here are some final thoughts as we wrap up for today. It's important to remember that this guide is our earliest snapshot of tax season and what software is available. We're not even able to test some until January, so we also know that many Americans want to file their taxes as early as possible, so we thought we'd give you a head start on this. If you're racing to claim your refund, any of these options should meet your goals. If you're looking for more in-depth reviews, check out our YouTube tax software reviews at the link at thecollegeinvestor.com. There are tons and tons of other links right inside this article as we mentioned today. Thanks so much for stopping by. That is our show, and we'll talk to you again real soon.